Fans, this is TheSkullKlown. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Here to talk about, well, obviously, what makes a horror villain. Now, this video was inspired by, well, the Myers fan. He did talk about what kind of makes a horror, basically what makes a good villain. Obviously, a goal, obviously, is good for a villain. You know, what he or she wants is perfect. But are there other things? Of course there are. Most people might say, again, the story or the characters. The characters make a villain, you know? The story makes a villain or something. Or the music can make the villain. But to me, what makes a villain? Ooh, that's kind of hard, because there's different ways that a villain could be born, to be honest. A villain could be born naturally. A villain could be born literally just by being born. You know, we've seen that with Michael Myers. Michael Myers probably was always as a messed up child. Maybe he was just born as a bad seed. In my opinion, was he born kind of like a bad seed? Yeah. To be honest, yeah, I think he was born as a bad seed. He was just a bad seed, that's it. Nothing with Thorn or everything like that. I just thought he was a bad seed. Before the whole thing of Thorn and all that crap. But, that's just me. That's a good example. Another example, again, the Myers fanatic point out, Chucky. Chucky, does not want to stay in a doll's body way too long, so he wants to switch his soul into a human being. And obviously he's failed. Plenty of times. Have you? Where did that come from? Anyways, so what makes a horror villain is that horror villains are like, to me, you need a yin and a yang, in my opinion. You need a villain with a good guy. Always. Batman, Joker, you know? Like that. Laurie Strode and Michael Myers, you know? Andy Barkley and Chucky. To me, without the opposites of one another, they can't be a true villain. They can't be what we love, kinda, but also hate. You know, like we love villains, but the reason we love the villains is because the good characters make that villain really, really good. I mean, come on, without the Joker. Even Joker says it himself, without Batman, I'm nothing. So there you go. And Batman, he doesn't say, you know, without the Joker, I'm nothing, no. But he sees kind of what Joker's talking about. But that's why he doesn't say anything, because he knows what he's talking about. Like, he feels that, yeah, maybe I'm the one to put you down, and maybe you also are the one to put me down. But we're going to kill each other at the end. By the way, that Killing Joke trailer, awesome. It's fucking awesome. But moving on to the to what makes a villain a good villain. Like, yeah, just to me, the yin and the yang of the character, to be honest. Yes, the story and everything has to mesh well, of course, it has to work. But you also need to have a good ground of who you want your villain to be. You know, you'd be like, alright, I know I vision a villain. Alright, I have my vision. But what's the opposite of that villain? You know? Michael Myers is ruthless. You know, he will kill. And his sister can't get a date. Sucks smoking pot. Not really that, I mean, well, she's attractive, but not like what her friends are, you know? Her friends was just going out, doing parties and everything. She's doing babysitting. You know, being calm, watching TV, doing schoolwork, going to school, studying. That's opposites attract, basically. Do you see Michael Myers being studied? Well, he's probably being studied on, but you don't see him study. That would be weird. If he does study them, he probably study the human body. I don't know. Knowing Michael Myers, he probably would do that. I don't know. Oh, Pinhead. Probably. Oh, Leatherface. Actually, no. That would actually look better with Leatherface. You know, again, with what makes a good villain, it's just the yin and the yang of the opposite. You see, with Leatherface, you don't have a yin and a yang. But what you do have is the family. The Saw is family. So, without the chainsaw, Leatherface won't be scary. Leatherface is just a brute, screaming, retarded person. It's not his fault, he was born like that. But obviously his family took advantage of him. Obviously, you can plainly see that. Obviously, his family used Leatherface right off the bat. Leatherface has a mind of a child, basically, and it's not really his fault. You know, it's just he was raised to eat people. You know, so when you use that and you use other terms like with other stuff, it kind of fits because obviously Chucky with Andy, Leatherface with his probably chainsaw or family, you know, and Michael Myers with his family. And Pinhead, the box. That's all I have to say. The fucking box is his connection, man. I mean, crying out loud. Who else? A person that he always sees? Nah, I doubt that. I'm gonna say it's the box. Jigsaw, it's the games. To be honest, without the games that Jigsaw does, Jigsaw won't be Jigsaw. Freddy, what's his opposite? What's Freddy's opposite? To be honest, I want to say his daughter, but at the same time, his daughter has been in the whole series, so I'm going to say Nancy. And yet, Nancy has been in the whole series. She's only been in 3 movies. In my opinion, those are the 3 trilogies of Nightmare on Elm Street. Yes, I know most people might say, well, technically, New Nightmare is not a sequel. It's just a what-if reality scenario. Basically, it's like, alright, Nightmare on Elm Street 1, 3, Freddy goes to the reward. There, that's how you end it. That's how I did it. So, if you haven't seen that review, or theory that I talked about, go look for it. Literally, I won't put it in the link in the description. You can just find it. Literally, it has Freddy's picture on it. So, there you go. Plus it says it. So anyways, moving on. I really do enjoy the horror villains. I do. And it doesn't have to be a horror villain. It could be a James Bond villain. What makes a James Bond villain? Cool. Sassy. Wants James Bond more than anything. You know? So, that's pretty cool. And it's just... what makes a horror villain? Sometimes it's hard to think about it. Because you might say... Again, like the story, obviously, you do need the story. Without the story, how can you have a villain? How can you have good characters? You know? You always have to have a hero. You always have to have a villain. Now, sometimes you don't need a hero. You can have an anti-hero, or you can just have a villain. Like, again, in Texas Chainsaw Massacre, was there ever a hero? No. There was just people that was stuck in this fucked up situation and had no way out. They're the only one they can't, and even if they try to get out, they fucking get murdered. Because either way, they'll get murdered anyway. So it's like delaying the inevitable, basically. But to me, at the end of the day, what makes a horror villain? You need its yin to its yang. I've always, I don't know, ever since I was a kid, I've always, loved that. Yin to my yang. It's like, without you, I can't be anything. And this person might be like, well, I could live without you. I don't care. But the villain sometimes might be like, yeah, you could live without me, but do you really want to live without me? You know? And sometimes you have that awkward moment between a villain and sometimes a hero, and they'd be like, basically, you know, you can go for Dr. Loomis in Halloween, you know? Dr. Loomis tries to stop Michael. Every time Michael meets Loomis, he doesn't really pay attention to him. Really, he doesn't. He just sees him like, why the fuck are you here? Get away from me, Doc. Just get away from me. I'm tired of seeing you. You keep following me. You know what? I'm going to kill you. That's it. That's how it was. You know, but the thing is with Dr. Loomis, Michael wasn't obsessed with Dr. Loomis. He was obsessed of killing his family. Dr. Loomis was obsessed of why Michael Myers is the way he is. That's why he kind of got a little obsession. You know, again, Dr. Loomis is the yang to Michael Myers' yang. You know, so it's perfect. Most people might say it's Laurie Strode. I can't agree. I'm not gonna say it's not Laurie Strode. It could be Laurie Strode or Dr. Loomis. But to me, I feel it's more Dr. Loomis. Why? Because Dr. Loomis was there. He witnessed how Michael Myers became. He saw what he saw in his eyes. He didn't see a normal kid. Everyone was like, "Oh, this is just a normal kid." They only see what they see with their eyes, but they don't see what they see in Michael Myers' eyes. You know, Michael Myers would just be like, "Yeah, I killed him," yeah. And a 6-year-old child being so adorable and saying that, "Yeah, I killed them." How can you not? Some people might be like, "Oh, that's cute." It might be cute, but other times it's kind of like, this kid's serious, isn't he? And that's what drive Dr. Loomis kind of, I'm not saying he was crazy, but that's what drive him to like, be like, what is wrong with this kid? I want to know. And yet, the doctors were like, sorry, you're not his doctor anymore. And somehow Dr. Loomis was just like, he knew what Michael Myers was. You know, he knew who he was. And he knew what he was capable of before he got out of the asylum. Before he got out of the crazy hospital. You know? And when he got out, he was just like, no. You in the remake of Halloween, yes, Rob Zombie's Halloween, I know most people might not like it. I kind of enjoyed it somewhat. I actually enjoyed part 2 way more than the first one, in my opinion. But, that one, Loomis says, you just have to keep the monkey in the cage until the monkey died of old age. How difficult is that? And that is actually true. But Michael Myers broke out because he planned it. He planned to stay there for quite a while until he was ready. Ready to come out and play on Halloween Day and come after his little baby sister. And then Loomis comes out of nowhere and tries to stop him. You know what? Loomis is the yin to Michael Myers' yang. It is. Loomis has been knowing Michael for like since he was 6 years old. You know, that emotion, that attachment stays with you, you know? And it's the same thing with Batman with the Joker. You've been through a lot, so that attachment stays with you. And every time Joker is close to death, Batman always saves them. Why? Would the world be a better place if Dr. Loomis shoots Michael in the head? Would the world be a better place if Batman killed Joker? Most people might be like, well, if Batman killed Joker, he's no different than him. But if Dr. Loomis kills Michael Myers, it's fine. But Michael Myers is immortal. So even if you shoot him plenty of times, he's just going to get right back up. Even if you do shoot him in the face. So, is it possible that Michael Myers can actually regenerate? I don't know. Is it possible? Yeah. But I'm not saying he's Godzilla generated. That'd be kind of cool, but weird. How can you generate that fast? But I don't know. That's just me. That's a little theory in this video, but whatever. So tell me what you guys think about this video. Do you like it? Do you hate it? And if you hate it, that's great. Literally, that's wonderful. You hate this. Tell me why you hate it. As long as you be respective. And obviously a shout out to the Myers fan for inspiring this video. I really get into its yang, to be honest. That's what, to me, makes a horror villain. And yes, there's other things on top of it, yeah. But when you separate all of that and you think of what makes a good villain and what makes a hero, you gotta look at two perspectives. Why is the villain opposite than the hero? Why is the hero opposite than the villain? Other times, there's no connection with the villain or hero. It's just like, yeah, you have to kill him, that's it. Some movies do that, to be honest. I don't like that at all. Oh, you're the hero just to be hero, and you're the villain just to be the villain. No reason, just kill him. Oh, just beat him. I don't like that at all, especially in video games. To me, it's like, damn, you are lazy. You know, it's like, what if John Carpenter did that to his movie? No, why? No. Halloween would have not been successful if it was like that, in my opinion. It would just not be. It would just not. So, thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. See you guys later, and take care.